Hi, it's Super Videos back at you for another video. In this video we're going to be talking about whether or not Rick's actions in Season 6 Episode 12, Not Tomorrow Yet, where he attacked Negan's compound and killed the Saviors in their sleep, affected Negan's mindset and whether or not it forced his bloody and gruesome entrance. So to recap a little bit, if you go back to Season 6 Episode 12 and look at what Rick did and the decision he made when he told the Saviors in the church that they should go after the Saviors and killing them is necessary, was that decision a bad decision? And did that force Negan to make his entrance the way he did? And as part of that, is Rick really responsible for the death that's going to be coming up in the premiere? The other thing I want to talk about is Rick shouldn't get all of the responsibility because, of course, Daryl is responsible as well because he was the one that blew up some of the Savior's men as well, initially. That's what he did. But you could make a case that they were provoked and that doesn't really count. So, going back to Rick, I think even though Rick's decision was bad and it does impact Negan's attitude to a degree, it was independent of what happens with Negan's entrance. I think the Saviors would have found Alexandria sooner or later, and that particular Lucille death would have happened anyway, because that's what Negan does as his entrance. Because if you remember, the Saviors kept saying, we have to kill one of you right off the bat. And it's just something they do, and even if Rick didn't do anything, and if they didn't murder the Saviors, that would have happened anyway, and the outcome would have been the same. Negan would have showed up, and he would have killed someone with Lucille. But I think the biggest part of Rick's decision is how it affects Negan's decisions in the future, and whether or not Negan can use what Rick did as a tool to force him to do certain things, and to have more control over him. And if the anger that was created from that incident can feed Negan and make him more gruesome than he is in the comics. And we gotta remember, it didn't stop with Rick just killing the Saviors in their sleep, because if you remember, Carol and Maggie were also taken to another compound and they murdered a couple more Saviors there. And I think someone counted it up and Rick and the others basically killed 30 of the Saviors. So that's a big number. And to answer the question, I think it doesn't really affect what happens in the premiere. I think what happened in those two episodes didn't directly affect what happened in the finale of Season 6 and also the premiere of Season 7. But it does change things going forward. And it may be a part of why Negan wants to be there all the time and be on top of things and make sure Rick and the others follow his lead. So share your opinions in the comment section below. Do you agree with me that what happened in the finale and also the premiere with the Lucille death would have happened regardless of Rick's decision? Or that do you think if Rick didn't do that, would Negan not kill anyone? That's it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll be back for another video.